The modification of the rule that allows a teammate to push the ball carrier from behind. The rule changed in 2006 to allow pushing, but still prohibit pulling of the ball carrier. And we always would see it near the end of the play. Guys coming for the first down, and here comes the teammate to push him across the top as someone's trying to tackle him. Then all of a sudden, 2022, during that season, after 16 years of the rule change, hiding in plain sight, teams started to affirmatively engineer that into their play design, their play structure. That's where the tush push came from. Let's just line a guy up behind the quarterback and shove him through for a first down or a touchdown. The Packers have proposed specific language to eliminate that aspect. And here's the rule as proposed by the Packers. The rule is amended to prohibit an offensive player from pushing a teammate who was lined up directly behind the snapper and receives the snap immediately at the snap. So no offensive player may immediately at the snap push or throw his body against a teammate who was lined up directly behind the snapper and received the snap to aid him in an attempt to gain yardage. Now, it's just as I see that, Chris, there's going to be other ways around to just hand the ball off to the fullback and have him be the one who's pushed.
Definitely. There is going to be some finagling there, I think, with what can be done. It's interesting here. Okay, I was interested to see what they were going to propose exactly here to change this rule. This isn't as egregious altogether. I would say with the Eagles, they're so good at it. Like, I bet you if we went back at it, the push doesn't really get them the first down a lot of the times. They get it no matter what. It doesn't matter. They don't need the push. They're that good at it. They've coached it. They've practiced it. That's why I'm in favor of it staying in place the way it is.
It's just a quarterback sneak. It's a quarterback sneak forever.
And we can show a bunch of clips of it, yes, where he gets the touchdown in the first down and nobody ever touches him from the back. That's how good they are. And he's good at it, too, to go along with that in Jalen Hurts. There's a skill to that for sure. So, yeah, I mean, again, for player safety, I'm all for ending this here, but I don't know, again, if there's anything tangible that I remember or can look at to go where I feel like this is an issue with player safety. I know it looks a little dangerous and scary right now. I know Jason Kelce says F my life every time he snapped the ball on the play. I get that, but that's not going to – the pushing in the back's not going to change anything for the center. That doesn't matter. It's all going to still be the same collision for him. So I want him to keep it the same. That's what I'm going to say. I don't think it should change. Again, I don't like the look of this and the fact that the Eagles are so good at it, and now there's a few teams that are competitive against them, and they're like, hey, wait, hold on, we want to change this, whatever, right? Let's see. Other teams have tried to replicate it. They're not nearly as good as the Eagles are, so I don't want to see it changed.
And look, I don't like the language that was proposed by the Packers. I'm going to lawyer this language a little bit, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is what lawyers do. And I think that Jerry Seinfeld had this as the opening for one of his episodes of the Seinfeld series. The lawyers are the people who read the rules on the inside of the cover of the board game, and that's what we do. This is the rule on the inside of the cover of the board game. No offensive player may immediately at the snap push or throw his body against a teammate who was lined up directly behind the snapper and receive the snap. So you can't do it immediately. They don't do it immediately.
No. And if you're not directly behind him and you're just a little on the side of him, pushing him like this, is that different? I don't know. That's where I hear you. The language needs to be a little bit more specific. But
and there's other things you can, like, I think the first thing that would happen, what the Eagles would do if this passes, they would immediately engineer the rules to come up with a way to adapt what they're doing, and they would still do something that fits within the boundaries of the rules as clarified. So my point is, it's not really going to change anything. They're so good on the front end of it, they'll just tweak the back end of it however they need to.
I think so too. You're right. I don't know how that, like you said, it's directly behind the snapper. So the quarterback gets it, and the guy's a little catty corner to the. Does that affect it? Does that matter? Is that rule now that he's hitting him on the side as he's pushing him in there? I don't know exactly there. Right? So, yeah, I hear you there. That's got to get cleaned up. But this is one where I don't want to see it changed. Again, this is a team that's become great. And come on, everybody, you got to stop it at some point or get good at it.
The key language is immediately at the snap, because you just wait a half second. You let the first surge go, and then the guy who was behind the quarterback just run up and shove him over because it's not immediately at the snap. So they got work to do, and that was always my concern about this. It's easy to say we need to change this. Good luck crafting a rule that accurately addresses what it is you're trying to change and eliminates it from the game. I just think it's a mistake, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. This isn't a competition committee proposal. This is one team, and it's a team that we can look at and say a little sour grapes here because you can't stop it. So you want to get rid of it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere.